radiofreebrooklyn.org.
Tell the story again about Michelle Schacht, Rich.
Michelle Schacht, yeah. I was in a show with Michelle. It was actually an improvised bar show at a bar near Broadway across the street from Wicked called McHale's, which is still there. And we did a show in the second floor of this bar, McHale's, and it was an improvised bar show. It was called, what was it? Oh, a bar. It was originally called Joe's NYC, then overheard at Joe's. And
okay.
Did you ever see it, Ralph?
I don't think I did.
But basically they're all improvisers, I imagine, who've also been on this show. So like Sarah Nowak.
Okay. I would love to have Sarah on the show. Sarah's not been on the show.
Okay.
Sarah, I'm gonna just say Sarah's from like a generation above me.
Yeah.
I have like a weird propriety and manner. I'm still, you know what I mean? Like Ali's done this show. Ali makes me very nervous.
Sure. Well, yeah.
But many people don't make me nervous, but people from that era,
yeah.
Sarah Nowak's, I've become friends with Chris Griggs, so not really him, but
yeah.
Like if I ran into like, I don't know if you knew Matt Donnelly or Ptolemy Slocum or Kurt Braunohler,
right?
Or you know, people like Sarah Nowak.
Yeah.
Who else is from that era? All these people would make me nervous, and we're probably around the same age, but I don't know what it is.
I get it.
What is it? Let's discuss.
Come a little closer, Nikolai.
Am I? Can you?
Yes,
yes. Is it better? Okay.
You could do even closer if you want.
Well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very intimate show.
Very intimate.
Very intimate.
I don't. There's like they're seniors and I was a freshman or I was a sophomore.
I get it. Yeah.
There's just something about that stays with you and I can't shake it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Even though you learn all the tools of the trade.
Of course, but there's some familiarity and time will do it. Like, you know, for me, I don't know if you knew the group Centralia.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
This show is named after them. It's called No Suggestion because Centralia never took a suggestion. And so those guys for me they're the greatest. They're for me my favorite improv group of all time. But now I can call them all friends. They're all my friends, but like that took years.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know, and they're all the most down to earth, like sweetest guys, but I'm still like, they're the guys. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like an art thing. Like for artists, it's like I respect them so much. Anyway, this is No Suggestion. I'm Ralph Jean Pierre. We got guest co-host here tonight, Rich Templeton. Hello. Baby. This may be your fourth time on the show. At least
something
third.
like that. At least third. Yeah.
At least third. All right. And we got a wonderful special guest here tonight. Nikolai Solonski.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can hear my name. Headphones.
Yes.
Sounds fantastic. Very professional.
So, Nikolai, I'm going to say this, and I don't think anyone, maybe one other person, we had a guest come in once and she had food poisoning. She came in, even though she was suffering the previous 24 hours from food poisoning, she came in and did the show.
All right.
Which I'd never met her before. I'm very thankful to her, Maya Akra. So anyway, but up until you, I don't think anybody's ever come in and rested their eyes before the show. You said to me, you were talking about your energy and energy levels. I don't think anybody's ever talked about this on the show. I would love to hear your thoughts about that. Energy with performing.
Oh, Ralph, thank you for bringing that up because it's such an important topipic.
Okay.
For anyone who wants to be in arts.
Oh, I love it. Please talk about it.
And I strongly suggest to anyone to pay attention to themselves, right? What kind of energy do you have? Either you're faking it for others, or you can be true to yourself. Example, right now, when I came in and we start talking about whatever with Ralph, like we have half an hour, let's sit and chat.
Yes.
By the way, everyone, Ralph has this wonderful red velvet couch.
Yes, in the Radio Free Brooklyn studios.
That's
wonderful,
right.
Yes.
And it's so inviting.
Yes.
Nice.
Even the color is like, come on, sit down. Yeah.
Deep red maroon.
Yes.
Like
yes.
I can tell anything. It's like what is it? Sigmund Freud couch.
Oh, yes. Okay. I like that.
Right. So,
Mhm.
and I felt I was tired. I'm
Mhm.
probably tired now, but
Mhm.
less.
Mm-hmm.
I knew in order for me to be engaging with you guys and with the listeners, I needed that time to just turn everything off, relax every piece of muscle on my body that in a skeleton, and let the blood just go through it. Because throughout the day, I was paying attention to other people around me.
Yeah.
Mm.
If you
Right.
could just hold off, because the mayor needs a little time. The mayor needs a little bit of time.
Look, we've been waiting 45 minutes.
I don't know what to tell you, but the mayor really likes to gather. Likes to gather
What?
Exactly. Everything that can be gathered. You know, before we have, I know you have a line of questioning, you have an interrogation. You guys are.
We do. Like my editor from the New York Post, he needs the answers. He needs.
That's right.
Gentlemen.
The New York Post is now has now legislative rights.
It's going to be a line
judicial.
Okay, I understand that, and I affirm that. But the mayor, both of you, listen. You look like very professional.
We are.
You look like you're very thorough with your duties, and I want to make sure that you get the best out of the mayor, and the mayor wants to make sure that you get the best out of the mayor. You seem like you're chomping at the bit, but I assure you, we need some time. We need some time.
I'm getting paid per word, not per hour.
Okay.
And I need the answers too. For example, what is happening with fluoride in the water?
Yes.
When the garbage will be disposed or not disposed.
Okay, great.
And of course, transportation and legislation.
Okay.
Also, the purge.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? Because literally the purge is about to happen in 15 minutes. So we have almost a deistic obligation to get the word from the mayor himself if he's still enacting is this a Miramax film?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel I'm inside of some Hollywood story.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is insane. Get the mayor out now.
The mayor needs time, but here's a couple things that
I don't care. He can eat, pray, love.
I can do a pre-interview. First of all, you used the word deistic, it's a great word. I don't know what it means. It's a great word.
He went to Harvard. He will bombast.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I went to Harvard. Let's get this out of the way first.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. What?
These questions that you both posed to me are very important because they're on the list of questions that the mayor cannot be asked. Not today. That we've stricken those questions for them. So anything, if you want to ask him about his wife, his children, his the softball league, those are all questions that we're fielding today. The mayor needs time.
All right. Take a look at my badge. It says press.
Yes.
It's around my neck.
Yes.
It says press.
Thank you for reading.
That's why we're pressing.
Yeah.
We're pressing
Yeah,
for
see
answers.
that?
I feel
Wordplay.
I'm being back.
He went to
I'm up
Oberlin,
against-
by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely college.
You guys are very close to me, and I'm up against the mayor's door. The mayor's behind this door, but the mayor still needs time.
Very close, and I smell your perfume.
Yeah. Thank you. You didn't compliment me. You just said you smell it. I don't know if you like it.
Look,
do you like it?
I do.
Guys, we have
I'm a lady.
literally, yes.
I'm a
Very okay. All right. I understand. You know what? In this America,
Sarah. My name is Saren.
Your name's Sarah.
Saren.
Saren, like the gas? Oh my God.
Now it makes sense why he hired you.
Oh my God. Why is that?
We're enacting the purge. We're enacting the purge. Oh, anybody can call scene, by the way. At any point, anybody can call scene.
I was looking for eye contact.
That was great.
It was good.
And that's it. That's the show. So hopefully we'll do that. We'll do that a few more times.
I like it.
So this is why I'm so interested in this idea of energy. And again, feel free to stand and sit as you feel called and led. I think I don't want to say notorious, but one of the things I would do, and I noticed this a few years ago, is before shows, I would get very sleepy before improv shows, and I would let it happen. So I'd be about to play, like, let's say I used to play with North Coast, and I would be in the green room and I'm just yawning and drowsy and like I'm about to fall asleep. And I feel like my teammates would be looking at me like, are you ready for the show? We're about to do a show. But I'm inviting that, because for me, when I'm getting sleepy and drowsy, I'm like, oh, I'm in the good place.
Yeah.
I'm a little, just like they say in the movie Hook, that place just before dreaming. You know what I mean? I'm a little, everything's, you know what I mean? I'm not quite there. And that's the place I want to be, like a little soft in the brain, like Chris Bays would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I kind of always came, because of that, I was like, the show's going to get whatever I got. If I'm feeling chipper and bright, show's going to get that. If I'm barely awake, the show's going to get that.
Yeah.
And I've started to believe that must be what the show wants. What do you think about that, Nikolai?
I agree.
Okay.
One word suggestion.
Please.
It is getting in touch with your tank.
Okay.
Right? The tank of ideas, suggestions, connections. I'm a performer.
Yes.
I become alive when I have eyes on me. Right? So people paying attention, it's ultimate currency.
We have animatronic eyes that are looking at us. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
they can't see, but they can. So that energy will come in, and I want to give it back. Right? So it's a two-way highway. But I have to be prepared. I'm totally with you, Ralph. Yeah. If before the show I can refill my tank with a little bit of this softness, right?
I like that.
Right, a little bit of.
Wish you could see the motions and undulations.
Yeah.
It's giving Jeff Goldblum. Yes, go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah.
A little bit of that oomph, that spices, whatever that will bring in the fire later at the right time with the right people.
Yeah.
Because I do have to pay attention to everything around me. So, and that's the key that I learned in improvisation and being on stage, and also being with people.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to dive further into this. What are your thoughts and feelings about energy?
Totally.
And energy levels in performing?
Yeah, the thing that brings me back is I had this, I guess still have this hour-long clown show where it's very intense. And before the piece,
one
that's
of my
right,
favorite shows ever. Yeah.
And I did it at Edinburgh Fringe, so I did it every day pretty much for a month straight. Thank you.
We're giving it snaps.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I realized early on, actually two things. One thing was on a basic level, I couldn't base my mood on how a show went, because of course, if a show doesn't go well, then, whatever, down. But even more so if a show goes really well and then you're out with the audience very late, also energy's down. That was one thing. The other thing was, before shows, I would lie in bed in complete darkness for a solid 2 hours, because it was that thing that you're talking about, because it was just such an intense show, and it was just about being on and just being and dealing with like frankly unexpected circumstances that I would just be in darkness, and maybe I'd play like Sigur Rós or something, an Icelandic very instrumentally based band. So I feel you guys.
I hope this doesn't come as a shock to you, or maybe it will.
Yeah.
Shock us.
You as a person just made I feel like I just locked in on who you are when you I feel like there was a piece I didn't understand until you just said that. I don't think I've ever, to prepare for performing, ever done anything remotely that intentional or like I'm moving through life, and it's almost like, you ever watch I use this metaphor a lot. It must be really my life. You know how you watch the Looney Tune cartoons, and like they're on a construction site and Wile E. Coyote will get hit by a beam and then he'll step off of the beam, but then a beam will catch him. And he doesn't seem to, it's somehow, that's how I'm walking through life.
Yeah.
So like if a performance shows up, I'm like, all right, I'm performing.
That's great.
And then I just keep walking. You know what I mean? It never occurs to me to go, let me really, not that I don't rest if I'm tired, but like, I'll catch a nap, but like to go like, oh no, I'm about to output so much.
Yeah.
And if you guys ever get a chance to see the show, The Piece, I mean, talk about output. I don't think I can think of another show that is you're outputting. So yeah, that is wow. Now I feel like I'm like, whoa, okay, that was like a missing piece. I'm like, oh, now I see Rich Templeton is like you almost, it didn't occur to me that you have an awareness of how much you're outputting and taking in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Especially for people of that caliber.
Mm-hmm.
When people do perform on stage, the modality of the brain, like everything that you remembered until today, all of a sudden is turned on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Access to the vault of your life experiences, metaphors, collective consciousness, names, places, things that people can relate to. It's all of a sudden, all those faucets are on and they're running into your bathtub of ideas.
Yeah.
So, and imagine like how much sugar processes inside your brain at that moment. Then it's all going back to the stillness.
Yeah.
And which is intense experience. It's like having a seizure and seeing the universe and it's like in a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah. It's basically like a non-hallucinogenic experience. I mean, you said it so eloquently, that being on stage, it just heightens everything. And the words you're using are typically used in the context of like mushrooms, LSD. Yeah, that's wild. Potentially the stage was the first acid trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Brooklyn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We're getting trippy in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, we getting trippy.
That's right.
Like I see my fingernails just growing very fast.
I see it
Look at
too.
this.
Oh, Astrid, I see it. Whoa. Damn.
Filling in the room all the way to the ceiling and this beautiful chandelier.
Oh, it's glittering, glistening.
Oh my God.
Linus, you're growing. Whoa. You're like the Green Giant.
I know. Must be what Georgie Mirasan felt like.
Oh.
The NBA player was about 7'8". Anyway.
Whoa, we're growing with you. I feel like I'm in a new dimension.
Whoa.
Dude. I feel like I'm being stirred in the strawberry milk, not chocolate. Quick strawberry milk.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
I'm so happy that we stayed with Linus in his living room.
That's
Linus,
right.
Thank you, dude.
Thank
Astrid
you.
and I are thankful.
Well,
Thankfulness.
I am just so glad we're doing this virtual corporate retreat together.
Oh, man.
You know,
3 heads on Zoom at
Zoom-
once.
All at once.
When they see us, it's going to be like one head of love.
yes.
You guys, just as a chief corporate executive officer,
Yeah.
I admire your dedication to experience.
Oh my God.
Experience and looking at the numbers through different perspectives.
Tay,
Tay.
how is Q3 looking?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Tell us.
First of all, Q3 is looking like some sort of nirvana, some sort of fractal. Astrid, right now your name tag says Astral.
Oh.
You guys, I ordered us Quiznos.
Quiznos. Wait.
Quiznos? Is it going? We're going to answer some questions.
It's the Quiznos. The test is of taste.
Taste. Wow.
Quiznos baked subs.
Whoa. Yeah. I haven't heard of a Quiznos reference.
There's only one left.
What?
It's 30 miles away.
Oh my God.
You guys, we're going to do this Zoom meeting.
Is that a drone?
Oh, it's a delivery drone.
Whoa. It's baking them in front of it. It has an oven on the drone. Quiznos. Quiznos. Quiznos.
Quiznos.
Yes.
Quiz, yes.
Quiz. Yes.
Oh.
Astrid, your fingers are covered in spicy mustard.
They're beautiful. They're opening up some business ideas, how to duplicate numbers in a non-traditional form.
Very good, because our quarterly reports are very down.
Oh, they're super bad.
Super bad.
They are
God.
not good.
I've never had in an improv scene all of us turn and look at the same
Yeah.
invisible object. We for the
great.
audience who can't see us, we all turned and looked at the drone fly through the window.
Yes.
The Quiznos drone. That was beautiful. Wow, I'm so happy.
It was beautiful, and we all identified verbally because it's a radio show,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
which required different vocabulary.
Yes.
This form doing essentially what is like a bat every
Yes.
week.
Yeah.
This has really done something for my playing. Sometimes I feel like I get locked into bad habits that it's even fun to actively fight those and work against those.
Yeah.
But it's forced me to play a lot more verbally, but the verbal to get to the visual.
Yes.
So I'm very much like, oh, what's happening? I
And-
see your name tag. I see, I mean, things like that.
And that forces like a level of clarity. And I remember I was part of and saw a number of bats at Young Ethel's. That was kind of the theme for the month.
Oh, amazing.
And it was really cool to see people just out of circumstance, just be very bold, direct, clarifying. It's kind of akin to doing, I don't know, children's theater or talking to a child, like where they are extremely aware, they're extremely attentive, but sure, maybe their vocabulary isn't used to whatever references or something. And there can be like an implied thing there of, oh, you have to dumb it down. And it's like, no, it's kind of the thing of like, sure, like you want to keep things simple.
Yep.
But as the people behind it, simple can be the toughest. Can we swear on here?
Yes, please.
The toughest fucking thing.
Yes.
Particularly
Yes.
like in improv where there's almost an irony, right? Because there can be a talk about crutches, a crutch of like being a talking head, and the irony is that there's potentially so much chaos in here that it's almost a reflection of just trying to control versus just letting the chaos, come out.
Right. How do you parse it out? And
How do you parse it out?
yeah. What was the thought I just said?
I like the phrase that when you're looking for those words in your extensive vocabulary, the words are dumbing it down.
Yeah.
Right. I find it fascinating because everyone has everyone, by that I mean everyone on this earth, has a different level of understanding
Yeah.
of the world around them. So dumbing it down is invitation to find the different ways through simpler words and explanation to explain whatever it is
Yeah.
around. That requires, again, access to different words, different metaphors, and different visual or verbal references.
Yes.
Because if you're going to try to sell McDonald's somewhere in northern Alaska, that will be a little bit difficult. Dumb it down.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Oh,
Yeah.
so it's a fish, it's fried fish between two
Yeah.
pieces of bread.
Yes.
Right? So
Yeah.
like, how can you like dumb it down? Explain it like I'm 5-year-old and golden retriever.
Yes. Man, you just helped me get to a thought that I've never had before, which is I'm so thankful for comedy in my life. I've never had that thought before.
welcome to the people with a sense of humor.
I'm so thankful. I mean, it is like a central thing in my life. I think like it was news to me to learn that there are some people who don't laugh every day. That's there's some, yes, there are people like that in life. I had no idea. I've always laughed a lot in my life. And then I'm thinking about how comedy, like I explained to a student today, I gave her unsolicited advice, but she was talking about a show that she's making and she had a very sophisticated concept for it. And she's a student that I've taught clown to. And so I was like, okay, that is a very sophisticated concept. And she was talking about how she's working on it. I was like, now figure out how to make that very dumb. How do you take this and make it very dumb and not lose any of the essence of the idea? I think that's one of the things that comedy and like the culture of comedy has helped me do is like, I will often say, I'll be like self-deprecating and say I'm very dumb, but I don't think people understand that. To me, that's the most blessed and beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Is to be dumb, is to constantly have a posture where I'm amazed and marveling and curious about the world, or at least that's what I'm aspiring to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And we do want to, not by we, in this case, I'm only going to speak about me.
Okay.
And the different stages of social anxiety about the world, work, relationship, right? Everything that the modern society put upon us to be in a certain positions, such as mass media. We're always on the edge. Like that's what I notice. A lot of people just on the edge. And I, in order to relax, want to watch really dumb stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like like something really dumb. Piano player trying to bring bricks to his concert.
Oh, great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, let's see how it's like he wants to preserve his fingers, but he has to carry bricks.
Wow.
Stupid, but it's like, it's painful and relatable enough for me to see that other people have issues and they want to get somewhere, but it's dumb enough for me to enjoy it.
Yes. I love this. Is this like a real video that you found?
What?
The piano player and the bricks?
No, that was in a metaphor.
I want to see this video. I want.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
I totally know what you mean.
I like to think in visual terms since we're on the radio.
Well, this is what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons I wanted to have you on, I've only seen you play a few times, Nikolai, but I remember thinking, how do I not know this guy? He's so funny. Yes. But I also, I think I came across your I've been following you for a while, but I think I just came across something you posted, and you are an artist. I don't know what else you do, but among other things, you're a visual artist. I don't even know if you'd call yourself a painter or graphic artist or graphic designer, or I don't even know, but you make these beautiful patterned art, these beautiful patterns and shapes. Anything you want to say about your life as an artist, I'm so
Ralph,
fascinated
you
by.
just found the soft spot. Come on in. Come on in.
Yes.
I'm just fascinated about things.
Okay.
By things, I mean things in real world, objects.
Okay.
Right.
Like the red couch.
Couch, for example, pieces of paper,
Ooh.
napkins, right? Things that are around us, but we don't see. We see them in one light.
Yeah.
Right? Napkin. What is it? It's a napkin. You clean it up. Yet you can make a sculpture out of it. You can connect. I like to convert old cassette tapes into sculptures.
Wow.
Drawing patterns. That's what I do. It's more of a mechanical issue of my hand. Eye and hand coordination, where I like to draw lines and shapes, circles and squares. And I draw them because it soothes my mind. And the trick to it is when I draw, I connect the lines so they're not overshoot each other, right? So you can try to do it at home because it doesn't require a lot. Take a piece of paper and try to draw several triangles and see if your lines will not overshoot, right? So you can draw it. It's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Squares, circles, see how many times all your lines will align and get into the pattern, or try to draw parallel lines.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is exercise for your mind to calm down,
Okay.
because you have to concentrate. One thing about concentration, you have to block out everything else and just see what comes into your brain.
This is
through
the most
eyes.
important putt of Ernest's career. The most important putt on the screen today has never been a more important putt for him to do. One of the world's greatest golfers, but today he's faced his greatest opponent, and this is the deciding putt.
And by opponent, you mean himself.
Today he faces himself after a few years of struggle with illicit substances, alcohol, fighting in the streets.
Oh, gosh darn it. Like, everyone's like, let me just concentrate, okay? Like, just.
Yeah, this is actually the Ernest who was also the inspiration for Ernest Goes to Camp.
Yes, that very same Ernest.
He's a double threat.
Jim Varney has been
Doing
an impersonation of this Ernest for decades. One of the a golfer who usually it's very quiet here on the screen, but Ernest expresses himself.
Where's my left white glove? I left it somewhere. Somebody took it. Where is it? Like, can you find it? Like, ridiculous.
Audience at home, Ernest, as we are seeing him now, he's wearing 2 white gloves.
This is
on one hand.
I would say unprecedented, but this is actually very precedented.
Yeah. This is the Ernest that America has come to know and love. One of our most colorful golfers, but one of our most skilled.
Yeah.
Here is everyone. Like, I just need my sip of water. Like, what do I have to do to get a sip of water around here? Like,
We've been on the first tee for 6 hours. Ernest, I have to note, has a monopoly. He owns the PGA at this point.
It's one of the most successful golfers ever. He's been so successful. He's bought the PGA,
And he's bought out every player with the help of some very wealthy Saudis.
Yeah. Really, it's a pleasure to watch him. It can try your patience because he will take many hours. And
George, you and I have families.
Again, folks, this round of golf has been going on now for 36 hours.
36 hours, yeah.
here, so, and now my shoelace is untied. I can't even, like, I remember when I was in Dubai, I had a personal camel. And where's the camel now? It's back in Dubai. I just want to do a little putt right here and see where it goes.
It's also really notable that this is a par 1 hole, as in the tee is on the green and within 3 feet of the hole.
It feels like he's got to go through so many.
This is trauma.
Yeah, it is.
We're all working through Ernest's trauma.
We're watching it. We're witnessing it. He puts so much of himself
in it. Yeah.
Into the game. It's quite beautiful.
You know, I think I just gonna have a sip of whiskey after all.
Wow.
It's
very John Daly. Yeah.
It's tough to watch, but it's part of his process.
Mm-hmm. I feel almost like this might be the first time I ever say this. This feels like this golf tournament is in need of an intervention.
We're just to let the folks at home know, we're sitting barely 2 feet away from.
That's right.
Ernest.
No one's around, and technically, this is a Pier 1.
My childhood when I got my first club, it was made out of the husk of the elephant. And then I knew I was going to be a golfer.
Okay, we're finding out now that Ernest not only is a professional golfer, the inspiration for Ernest
Goes
for
to
Jim
Canada.
Varney,
Yeah.
and is also, I can only imagine, a noted elephant poacher.
Yes. And one more detail for the audience, just for you to get a picture of us waiting here for this putt. It really doesn't have any bearing on the game, but it has to be said, the most beautiful head of dreadlocks.
Yes.
Here's my sunblock.
He's making those sounds with his mouth.
That is
See? Insane, man. Wow.
Love
Yeah.
Ernest.
Very good.
Love.
That was a very delicious dish.
Yes.
If you know that old SNL chestnut. Beautiful. Yeah. I love seeing your artwork. And
Thank you, Ralph.
is that what's your relationship to that? Are you a professional artist? Is that simply something that you do for yourself in your own time?
I do it because I have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that kind of being inside of me since I was a child.
Mm.
I ended up doing graphic design and working professionally in a photo studio for many years.
Okay.
And I did photography, and it gives me a great deal of satisfaction because I discover time as a gift to me because I can put my time into different usages. And this is one of those like layers in a cake,
Yeah.
like a little chocolate as a visual art. Bread part of the cake is improvisation, being with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Traveling is, topping
Ooh.
on a cake.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those things are kind of what makes up my imagination.
Yeah. That's wow. It's so interesting talking about art because I've been it's kind of like a collision of two things. One, I've found art as a great form of therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also done things that have, well, I can show you.
Oh,
Rich is reaching.
yeah. Nice.
So it's actually inspired by the Mets, the Metropolitans colors.
Oh, nice.
And so it's weird talking about this in the context
It's
of
beautiful. I want to try to describe it. You could help me, Nikolai,
No,
if
please
you
go
want.
for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
A beautiful orange canvas with I want to say a deep navy blue splotches and a very beautiful rhythm. I feel like the biggest is big dollops of splotches that then dribble off into the arc up. Most of the biggest splotches are at the bottom, and there's the kind of arcing up and whipping up at the top. I don't
Jackson Pollock
Against the-
layer
yeah.
one.
know. Yeah, against a bright orange canvas.
Yeah. It's very Mets and
Yes.
Mets
Yes.
colors.
Yeah.
And there is an energy on it as a particles from the universe, right? Going through, so you can see like a comets with the strokes and there is a lot of energy. They centered and, it's well coordinated. The
Yes.
picture is balanced. So then nothing is skew. So it's nice. Different sizes. Again, different sizes of splotches of blue color on orange background.
There's a part I've been thinking about this recently that I really would like acting schools and like improv and comedy schools. It would be really cool if they could at least rehearse, if not do shows in art galleries.
Yeah.
Oh, great idea.
Because like there's something I tell my students. I don't know where I got this from, but I love to tell my students wherever I'm teaching acting, usually in college. Yeah, it's beautiful, and I want to talk more about this.
Oh yeah. I have some more, but we can save for another time. Yeah.
And it'd be cool if Nikolai showed us.
I'll show you.
Yeah,
I have
please.
some.
There was
go for it.
one of the things I'm thinking is like, I tell my students, I know you're in acting school, I know you're in theater school,
Yeah.
but I want you to remember that you're also in art school.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
And I feel like, cause I was lucky enough, I went to Savannah College of Art and Design.
Yes. Oh my God.
That's where I studied theater, but I was surrounded by printmakers and painters and sculptors. And that was I feel very blessed that that's where I was trained. Okay. Nikolai's going to pull out some of his artwork. This is so cool. This is so cool. I've always wanted this for the podcast. We're getting like art prop, basically. Oh my gosh!
God!
Look at these. These are beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna try. Rich, you can help me. You can try to describe these.
I gotta take a photo.
So just like Nikolai described, it's like lines.
You see what I mean?
Straight and curved lines.
And you can show it to the camera as well.
Oh yeah. Very smooth.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Lines that are single straight lines, very confidently drawn, but they're everywhere. They connect circles and all these shapes that connect and grow outwardly.
And you do this freehand.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Actually, I have a story about how I got into some of this.
Yeah.
This is I do when I on the movie sets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, these are beautiful. It's so ornate and elaborate.
Yeah.
Some of them are black and white. This one has beautiful blues and oranges.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Beautiful art. Yeah.
So when I start taking improv lessons, my first improv classes, I would come home all excited. My brain was like racing 5,000 miles an hour. He said, I should have said this. And they said this. And then the teacher told me, and I should have said that. That would have been funny. And that wasn't funny, but I didn't know what to do. And now I know what to do, right? All that stuff was running through my head. And I would get home in Brooklyn. I was living in Clinton Hill. And I had a big drawing pad, like really big.
Yeah.
And I would sit and replay the class in my head and let my hand just draw whatever it wanted to.
That's lovely.
So
that just blew my mind. What an exercise.
That's lovely.
Wow.
So that was my, and then I was like, oh, this is nice. It's very therapeutic. We just replayed everything. And it was later I would look at it. It's like, there is a map. There is a story.
Yeah.
It's expression of my memory, what took place. And now I'm satisfied.
Okay. But you were already making art much before this.
Not in that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a stimuli.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something to occupy my brain that would be so rich.
Yeah.
It's like MSG on your Chinese takeout.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, whoa, so much flavor.
This is just insane.
Yeah. Please show us your other piece, Rich.
This I made during the playoffs, during the Mets playoffs, and I made it during a game where they like won. It was crazy. Pete Alonso hit a home run, and I don't know if you guys know Grimace, the McDonald's
right,
mascot.
The purple, And Rich is a New Yorker, so this is real true.
So,
So
I was making
beautiful
this
during the game. So what you're talking about was like, and it has like the colors.
You painted this at the game
when I was watching it on television.
Got it. Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can bring canvas and paint brushes.
I want to try to describe this. So this is even more Jackson Pollock than the last one. You got yellows, whites, blues, reds moving through this orange. Across this bright orange canvas. There's I don't know what the legum.
What is that? LFGM. Let's freaking go, man.
Oh yeah, okay. That's written across, but then there's also kind of hovering above the whole thing, a sort of this ghostly, godlike specter is the visage of Grimace. From McDonald's on top of this beautiful painting.
There's two eyes and a mouth with a tongue.
Oh my God.
It's wild. It's an energy. That's for sure. And it's a positive energy.
Yes.
It's very positive energy and it's uplifting.
Awesome.
I can see how excited fan could want to capture that experience.
Yeah.
Like cheering for their team. And right there, it's manifestation.
I can't wait, guys. I know the preacher is going to give us a blessing. Oh, I think the preacher's about to come on and preach. I think the preacher's about to come on. There he is.
Father Paul.
Father Paul, it's you.
Paul is in the house.
Father Paul is here.
Wow. Father Paul, I know you're going to give us a beautiful message that you always got a spirit that you bring out. I brought my friend Rodney.
Rodney's in the house.
Rodney. Oh, Jefferson and Rodney.
Yes. Right. Let's fucking go. Sorry, Father Paul. Sorry. Just fired up for the word.
with fire. Now, Father Paul,
Yes, right.
bestow us with your sermon.
Yes. Do we have to take our baseball caps
Yeah.
off? I want to keep them on.
Oh,
but whatever you say, Father Paul.
Keep them on
All
because
right.
I see the light inside of you.
Oh,
I see it.
there's about 300 people in here. We're standing in the front, but we just wanted to be.
I see it. I feel it.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Yeah, we just fired up.
Well,
nice. So many people.
everyone, you see this two individual, how much life is being put inside of them by God, by force, by universe.
You already broke a sweat. You already broke a sweat.
Can you believe it? Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Where's Quiznos?
Father Paul, you're doing it, man.
Rodney, I know you guys will not going to let me down. I know you will go to the stadium and bring that into the game.
We got to get. We came here to bless the Mets.
That's right.
We came here for a blessing for us.
That's right.
I'm going through a rough time. Rodney's going through a divorce, but we also came here for you to bestow a blessing on the Mets. We're going to the game.
We're going to the game.
We're not going to miss it.
We're going to Willets Point.
Father Paul. So
What's your Willets Point? Am I right, Fist Bump?
yeah.
Just an hour ago, I had to bless Yankees.
What?
You blessed the team directly?
It's a part of the church
Well, of course.
to give everyone fair share.
You blessed
Blessed.
Wait a
the
minute.
Yankees.
I did.
Oh, I didn't catch what he said. You blessed the other.
Team. I will bless the Mets with the same force, with the same belief, with the
But
same
it's not
faith.
direct. It's not in person.
Yeah, that's feeling
That's
like I don't know. I feel like I'm Catholic and I'm talking to an Episcopalian.
I feel like I've just committed apostasy. Stepped on the image of Christ.
Gentlemen.
Father Paul. There's 300 people behind us.
Yeah, move on. Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, this is cool. This is cool.
Where is Quiznos?
Father Paul.
Rodney, I know it's hard to
I
understand.
just brought him here. This is a guest. I just brought him, Father Paul.
I ain't even religious.
But I have to. You have to understand everyone has a fair chance. And only the best one will win.
You know what people chanted at my second wedding?
Do tell.
It's going through a divorce.
Fuck the Yankees. Fuck the Yankees.
Father Paul, you clapped with us.
What kind of language is that?
Oh, sorry.
You know what? I
I thought you were on our side.
Still house of prayer, house of God, house for faith. I believe the best team will win.
the Yankees are the Huguenots of the modern era.
The Yankees are the. I don't know how to follow up that metaphor. But fuck the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees, yeah.
Very nice. Very beautiful. Wow.
Darkness.
I was truly disappointed.
Yeah,
I
you
was,
can tell.
Oh, wow.
Two Met fans want to get like shortcut to get the special treatment.
So New York.
Yankees are
Very
going to
New
get the in-person prayer.
Yeah.
So Nikolai, I want to ask, tell me what you can about, you're from Russia?
Yes, I was born in Russia, in St. Petersburg. I'm being in the United States for 34 years. I left when it was still USSR.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm one of those relics
Yeah.
of socialism that didn't work out. So, like, technically, in my mind, I don't know what the Russia is because I left Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Got
So
it.
that is a big difference. Like,
Right.
time passes by, geography stays the same, but the modality changes.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So it's like going to, let's say, Italy and asking for Roman Empire.
Mm.
Right? It's like, no, we're Italy. It's like, but you're going to ask for the Roman gods,
Yeah.
right? The same thing. Like, if it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
So
I'm very curious. I feel like there's so many things we could ask about, but I also know very little about the world. I am curious, how do you think that heritage and that culture affects or influences your art?
very good question. I didn't look into it when I was growing up. I didn't pay attention to it. Why? Because I felt as a young man, the art that was prepared by the Soviet apparatchiks was too much in my face.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Rebellious nature of any young boy is like, I don't care. Take this away.
Yeah.
But later on, I understand that any form of human expression and technical aspects is important. What do I mean by that? We will replace visual cues, visual forms of propaganda, and then technical aspect will come forward. Like if you look at the poster of, let's say, Lenin, Stalin, Karl Marx, you know it's a relic of the past, right? You'd be like, yeah, this is like, you're not going to take it seriously.
Okay. Yes.
Right? Yeah. Like right now, you'd be like, yeah, this is symbol from somewhere, from bygone era. But if you look with the eyes of an artist, you will pay attention how it was done, which is totally different game. You know what I mean?
Totally.
It's like if you look at the propaganda posters of the farmer and a worker, Soviet style, standing like, looking forward with a hope. There is something there that is, I would say, missing in the current day art, like this hopefulness, desire for the better life. Wow. That was embedded in that type of art form. But it was so in polarization of real life that people didn't take it seriously. Right? It's like looking at the very expensive jewelry through the window on Fifth Avenue. It's like, I can't afford it. It's a fantasy.
And they felt that way about hope.
Yes.
Wow.
So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you look at it, it's like, oh, it's a collectible item, right? It's like it's a collectible item to have those type of posters. They don't make them anymore.
Yeah. But back then, I had this relationship of what it was being depicted was, for whatever reason, maybe it was out of touch, maybe it was too hopeful, maybe it was propaganda, but it was an image that was existing that felt very far from the regular people who were looking at it.
Yeah. If you live everyday life, everyday life, it's hard, it's annoying, it's difficult, it doesn't have any future for, like for people, let's say in North Korea.
Okay.
Right. And then you show them, let's say, I don't know, some image from, like from the highway, like a commercial for Hyundai or the Crown Royal Cognac. It's visually, it's beautiful, but it's unachievable. But as a symbol, it's desirable.
There's a rat chewing through my arm.
There's a what?
There's a rat chewing through my arm.
There's a rat chewing through your arm?
Yeah.
A rat?
Yeah, a rat chewing through my arm.
Why didn't you just get it off, Cletus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't barely feel. I can't even feel it happening, and like it's annoying, but it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I'll tell you what does hurt. With all the savings I'm gonna miss, I'm getting a new Hyundai.
Yeah. I buy that.
I'm gonna miss a bunch of savings.
Savings?
Yeah.
So you're saving for a Hyundai?
Yeah. They're so affordable, and the interest rate is
very low.
Nothing.
Very low.
It's so low.
You know what? I understand that a rat's chewing through your arm, but you raise a very valid point when it comes to Hyundai.
Yeah, save me some of that Hennessy.
Absolutely. I mean, 445 horsepower. Just raring down the roads. Hybrid. It's absolutely crazy.
I can't even feel my hepatitis B.
Oh.
When I'm in a Hyundai. And you,
Oh,
and
I
you-
don't feel it either.
yeah, Krasmore, you got that. You got like a kind of a little hunch in your back, but
It's from working really hard in the potato fields. But
I don't even know where you're from, Kraslin, but I can see the hard life on you. I can see it on you.
Just want to sit in that Hyundai with you.
Gotta sit in that Hyundai together, boys.
Cut back to the corporate retreat where they're discussing the new technology where they reimburse people for doing advertisements in the context of conversation.
Well, it's the words, okay?
Yeah.
It's the words that matter.
If they say the right words,
Yes,
we'll get them. We can guarantee them some amount.
that's right.
It's about retaining value to our product
That's right.
and bringing cash. Cash flow is the key.
That's right. Q3, super bad. Q4, maybe.
Maybe doing better.
Maybe.
Because
Can we get
numbers-
another mimosa?
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you
it's about
so
maybe.
much.
Yes, thank you.
Oh,
very
these
much.
are very nice. Thank you.
very
thank you.
lovely. This is what I call really nice mimosas.
Next time, just hold the orange juice. Thanks. Okay.
Please.
So customer is hungry
Yeah.
for our product.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, maybe also actually hungry.
Yeah.
That is the appeal. That is the
Oh.
That's-
hunger. There's a all pervasive hunger.
Okay. I'm going to throw a question out there.
please-
Okay.
Yes.
Is
Saunas is
this? Oh my God! This is
Oh,
amazing. Veil,
beautiful.
veil in the
It's like-
summer.
oh, it's-
Absolutely, shoot me in the face. Anyway,
Yeah,
and the towels. Did you
the
see
towel. Oh my
towels?
God! Towels for days.
It-
Question:
fluffy.
Are we morally bankrupt?
It's a loaded question. That,
Follow up: does it matter?
no.
My mouth is always filled with bile.
When I touch those towels, just speaking
Then
about
I'm not even thinking about.
like just your mouth. I know the tactile quality of that mimosa, and
It helps the mimosa.
the
Helps
mimosa
the bile.
it just cleans your palate.
Cut back to the guys. Your Cletus, your mouth is now full of rats.
Yeah, it's full of it.
It's also some of the ass.
But tell me about the
Power steering. The
power. Oh my God!
Oh, that really feels good. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this read real fast. Hey, you're listening to Radio Free Brooklyn, independent listener supported radio. Thank you for listening to Radio Free Brooklyn. Your support keeps us going. We're a 501c3 charitable. You can make donations at radiofreebrooklyn.org/donate, and that's also you can find this show and listen live. And we love you. Hey, Nikolai, tell people how they can find you and your art if you want to be found.
You can find me on Instagram as a Pockets, POCKETZ
Yeah. Oh, nice.
888.
Pockets 888. Yes. And you can find a lot of this beautiful,
Thank
beautiful art that Nikolai makes. Are you doing improv anywhere?
I just did one very abstract improvisational performance piece. Right now, I'm doing it with you guys.
Fantastic. How about you, Rich? Anything coming up? And where
Yeah,
can
I'm
people
in
find you?
I'm in a play called Birdie Goes Missing. We're in a festival at Soho Playhouse next week, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and also Solocom at the Pit.
Okay. That is the week of like the 10th or something?
Yeah.
Solocom at the Pit. So
At the
people
Pit.
can,
Yep.
look up Rich Templeton, the Solocom show. I'm Ralph G. Fier. You can find more about me, the music that I make as Precious Gorgeous, and more about this show at preciousgorgeous.com. No suggestion. This is episode 120.
120.
Rich is overcome with emotion right now.
You did.
And this has been a wonderful episode. Please follow Nikolai, follow Rich Templeton, and we appreciate you all so much. Let's go Mets.
He's
All
clearly a
right,
fan.
guys. Good night. Shout out Quiznos.